All right. So we're going to talk about the like the Hubballi build process stuff, right? That's like one of the things on the agenda.
Yeah, yeah.
Because Andy's working on a rounded low contrast Bengali, and
Hmm.
we got them set up on GitHub last week,
Great.
and they now need to integrate the Latin. How much work is actually left on the Bengali, Andy?
The Bengali is done, and I
Yeah.
think John is going to get back to us on this Saturday.
Right, yeah. So John Hudson's
Yeah,
working on the production.
yeah.
Do you know if he's doing it with glyphs, or is he using Volt?
I don't think he's going to be using glyphs. I think he is probably Font Lab.
Okay. Right, yeah, okay. Well, yeah. So the Latin basically needs to be integrated. So to do that, then they need to
Okay.
take the skeleton font and run the outliner over it with sort of similar widths to what they have in the Bengali, and maybe scale it as well.
Oh, okay. What am I thinking? So, okay. I guess this. I forgot that that's how we've been doing it for all the other projects. Is that the Latin can kind of shift? It doesn't have to match up with the other, like original Latin. I totally forgot that's how that works. Okay, so then it makes my interjection totally irrelevant because it doesn't matter if it matches the same width as mine.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's somewhat up to Andy. I mean, like, because I'm thinking that if you change the width of the outliner, you know, that you got like this round pen that's going around the stroke, and as you change the diameter of that, then you know counterforms are going to close up or open up and that kind of thing. So maybe you know there are some places where you can adjust the skeleton.
Yeah, because I like briefly looked at the sample page of the kind of monolinear one that you sent me, your project, Andy, and so I didn't realize what stage it was in. I didn't realize it was already so far completed. So that's great. I mean, that's awesome. I was thinking that maybe you were inferring, Dave, that they were going to use the same process, the same like skeleton thing for the Bengali as well. But if it's already done, I mean, well then no, that doesn't make any sense. Okay.
How did you draw it, Andy?
Oh, I mean, in terms of the drawing?
Yeah, the Bengali.
Yeah, it was like I mean components, like different components, not like the wire thing which was there.
Right. But how did you draw the strokes?
Did you do it like standard, or did you like the thing I did with the Latin of Hubballi is I just drew like singular lines, and then there was this program in RoboFont that like automatically creates a stroke around it that
Stroke,
can
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, even Glyph has something like that, but it's like a filter. So so you basically draw the skeleton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then just stroke it, and then you
Okay.
start, refining the stresses and things like that.
And that was in glyphs?
Yeah, this was in glyphs. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, I'll have to take a look. Because, so the process that I was doing, I actually found out that I used 4 different widths of stroke in my project, like automatic stroke. So I grouped it so that the majority of the Latin characters were one group. All of the tiny Latin characters, like trademark symbol and just like really tiny things, those were another group. And then my majority of the Canada script was an additional group, and then the subscripts, like their tiny characters, was another one.
Right.
And I found out that I needed to make the Canada a little bit like lighter of a stroke in general than the Latin for them to look similar. And then same thing for the for their little tiny the subscript sort of things. Those ended up being also slightly different. So I'll give you those numbers that I used and kind of show you how I did that. But so I imagine the Bengali might it'll probably definitely have a different stroke width than the Latin, as you guys usually do anyway. But okay, cool. So, how many different weights were you having in your Bengali project? What were you planning on?
I'll just tell you. We're looking at 5 weights right now.
Okay. Is that on GitHub? I should just open that up right now.
Yeah, it's on GitHub.
Okay.
There.
All right. Let me open that. And so, Dave, are those already like pre-approved by you? Like those are the ones that they should use? If so, I should probably plan. I want to like take a look so I can see if that corresponds. I imagine, Bengali is very dense, so I imagine whatever works for the Bengali should work for all of the other scripts, I imagine.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, duh. Okay, sorry. I can't believe I forgot about this. Now I'm seeing the different weights. Okay, cool. Oh, sorry, that's my dog making sounds. Oh, God,
Hello. Hi. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, Eric.
Neil! Hello!
Good
So
to
you're
see
not
you.
you're not with Devika in the Andaman Islands? No.
Oh, no, I'll join her later, yeah.
Okay, cool. Oh, very cool. Oh, lovely. Hello. So I've been looking at the rounded Bengali you guys were working on. That was just, I should just open that up in glyphs. I'm sorry, maybe this whole conversation is totally pointless because I should just open it up, figure out if that's, Dave, do you want to go my initial reaction to seeing those weights is that, those are they look very, usable. I wonder if do you have any desire for...
Can you share your screen? Maybe that would lighten up the discussion.
Okay, yeah. Oh my god, my computer's so messy. Let's see. 1 second. Okay. All right. So, this is what I'm looking at, and then checking out this. So yeah, to me, it looks quite clear that it really can't get any bolder than that without having to totally change things. So that's very clear. My question is, I guess about the light. Dave, do you have any? Is that as thin as you think it should go, or do you want like hairline version of these sorts of things?
No. I think that's fine. Andy, the way that you've drawn this is outline based rather than stroke based. Is that right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
It basically there isn't.
Oh,
really...
okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I misunderstood again. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Okay, I thought you were using stroke based when you were saying. Okay. All right. Cool. So it's set in stone. That's good. So I guess should I? How about I take a look at the Hubballi or whatever it's called, whatever my font is called. Would you mind if I just took a stab at trying to make some weight values that would match this, and then like you guys can put it in and see if that works? Okay, because I want to like fine tune. There might be some things in the, I'll have to change the spacing and how do I do this? I might have to alter the spacing a little bit in the different widths. What? No, weights. Oh my god, too early. And I don't know. Is there anything else we need to talk about? I'm sorry. I feel really stupid now.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's exactly it, isn't it?
Okay.
If you change the outliner parameter, then some of the spacing. Obviously, if we reduce the weight, then all of the white space is going to increase, and so maybe you want to reduce the track things in a bit. And similarly, if you make the outliner thicker, then it's going to reduce the white spaces. You're going to need to track things out a little bit. So I guess I'm wondering about if they import the stroke font into glyphs and then use the Noodler plugin for glyphs, then that might be like a more effective way of developing the project. So with the Noodler plugin, you can set a custom export parameter to do the outline expansion at generate time, and that means that the source file remains stroke based.
Okay.
So
you
then
prefer that, because I forgot that was one other thing that happened when I hold on a second. Gotta take the dog out. Let me walk with him.
Okay.
Hold on a second. I'll just put this down.
Sure.
Sorry, guys. Okay, Scrappy.
But the reason I'm suggesting this is just that it's gonna. I'm trying to think about like the long-term maintenance.
Scrappy, come back. All right. Come here, baby.
Yeah, I think for the long-term maintenance of the project, if you need to adjust anything, then if it's in outlines rather than strokes, it's more difficult to do. So keeping the outlines is going to make things easier.
Okay. Okay, you were saying keeping it as a stroke would make things easier. I imagine that's what you were just saying.
Yeah. I was saying like for maintaining it, because I think so essentially what I'm saying is that if Erin, if you move the stroke source from if you import that into glyphs and then into a glyphs file and then use the Noodler plugin to do the outlining, and then that can then be integrated into the actual source files.
Okay. One thing that stunk about the outliner tool in RoboFont was that when I wanted to expand it and remove the overlaps and make it all ready for to go, I actually had to go in and manually fix tons of them because they were on weird. It didn't translate quite as cleanly as it should have. So that'll actually. I mean, that's the only problem I have to see how good the Noodler does that, and if it doesn't, if it's similarly gross, maybe then we'll just have to put a nice version.
There's no way around it.
So maybe. Plus, the other thing about it's actually, I don't know if this whole, for the record, I don't know if this outliner process really saved a whole bunch of time in the end. I don't think it really did because I ended up having to manually adjust so many different things, and the process of previewing what you're doing, you can't look at more than one character at a time while you're doing this, while you're drawing it. It has a preview of the actual glyph you're working on, but you can't look at multiple glyphs at a time in the preview mode, so it's I had to keep going back and forth and making change. It was really bad.
Yeah, no, that sounds bad. It sounds bad. But I think that glyphs, I think that the way that the Noodler stuff works in glyphs is much better than that.
Okay. Good. Okay.
Because glyphs is inherently like a multi-glyph preview.
Okay. All right. Well, looks like I need to reluctantly jump on the glyphs bandwagon. I guess everyone's using it now. So okay. All right. Well. Okay, so what's the timeline for this one? Should I try to? I mean, I personally would love to try to do the Latin stuff rather than hand it to. Even though I love you both, Andy and Neil, it would be really cool. Like, I would love to be able to just make some of those adjustments. But
yeah, absolutely. That'd be, I think,
cool.
much better, yeah.
Is this something we're trying to get done by the end of the month, sort of thing, or what's the timeline?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, so we'll see if I have time to do it this weekend. We'll see if I can. I'll try to do it as soon as I can. Make some weights that'll match the Bengali. Sorry, guys. I don't know if there's anything else to.
No,
What time is it there in where you guys are?
It's quarter to 8.
Oh, okay. Sorry, not too bad.
10 o'clock there, right?
Wait, what did you say?
Yeah, it's morning, right? Right, 10 o'clock morning, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, Dave, John is handling the production. Yeah, I've given the files. So he said that he can look only on Saturday, this Saturday. So yeah.
Okay.
I have to wait because I get there. Yeah. So that's it.
Yeah. So that sounds fine. So I guess my only kind of concern. I mean, I totally trust that John's production will be flawless.
Yeah.
I guess my only concern is how we're going to do this integration of the Latin. So if Aaron's going to work on this over the next 4 or 5 days, then early next week.
Right.
If Aaron, if you have, whatever way you do it, I mean, it doesn't. Maybe it's going to take a lot more time to try and set things up in glyphs with a Noodler than if you just work with, the process that you already have to generate the extra weights. I mean, I don't know. It sounds like the process using the outliner, from what you said, wasn't that great. Maybe Noodler would be better for doing this kind of adjustment.
I'll take a look. Well, how about if it's more pressing than that? How about this? How about today? I'll send you guys we can decide on the scale of the Latin. We need to figure that out first, obviously, since it'll adjust everything. So I'll try to figure out an estimate of how big the Latin should be compared to the Bengali. You guys can tell me whether or not that's okay, and you guys. No, why don't you do that? Is that something that? Would you guys want to take the Hubballi Latin and show me what you want it to look like height-wise?
I spoke to we wrote to John asking about the relative sizing of the Latin. Latin will be more of a secondary when it comes to this one, Hubballi, and then Latin will fit in just to to match relatively to the Bengali.
Yeah.
Yeah. It might scale down as for the Bengali size. Yeah.
Okay.
You get it? Yeah.
Okay. So if I'll do a guess of what maybe the height should look like. I'll send that to you guys.
Right.
You send me if you have an example. You send that to me, and then we'll figure this out in the next 24 hours, and then I'll start making the weights based on.
Or what about you continuing as per your process, and have the ball weight, and then we give it to John, and then John size it according to the weight.
Oh, good.
Anyways, he's going to resize according to Bengali, right? So you can just work in your own, the way you've been working.
Okay. Well, I get because the good thing about the process of the stroke based method is we can adjust the weight however we want. It can be quickly changed rather than us having to try to scale it based on its current weight. We can change the weight. But do you have an example? Has he done that yet, where he's scaled
He hasn't
Aladdin.
done.
He hasn't done it yet. Okay.
He'll
All right.
work it out on Sunday. He's working on some projects and yeah.
Okay.
He's in Vancouver this week as well. He's traveling.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. So I'm just let me share up my screen with you guys. You can see what I'm running. All right. So I made a quick fork of the repo, pulled it down. So then if I open this file, here it is.
Ooh.
Oh, it's a lot. What's going on there? Okay, I'm going to close this. Right.
Ah.
So this is the Latin that you have in there right now.
Yeah.
So, and where's this from?
No, this is from the GitHub. This thing. I think Erin's GitHub.
Right. Okay. Huh.
So
What's
let's
going
see.
on there?
So this looks like it's, yeah, that's weird, but also this looks like it's before I've removed overlap and stuff. So this is probably from the one of the UFOs
yeah.
before I flattened it, which is good, but it's just fine, doesn't matter.
What's the grey outline?
That looks like maybe you have the noodler on right now or something. I think. I don't know. That shouldn't.
Quite possible.
I don't know. Are you? I don't know much about glyphs. That's the other thing. Sorry.
I just installed it. Filter needler. Oh, restart glyphs. No, so the noodler isn't even working yet. Is this what it looks like for you, Andy?
No.
No. No, I think it's stroking. I mean, you using the loop. It has a tape already, so I think the outline has been getting a little.
So it also looked like it was outlining the Bengali in that preview mode too. So that was weird.
Right.
Yeah. There's no noodle filter here.
Yeah.
Weird.
What about the view mode? Is there anything on the view mode? There's something.
Yeah, it could be some view mode.
Preview offset. Is it?
Ah. So there isn't a bulb. Okay. So view preview offset. Okay.
Preview offset.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the web page. Oh, no. There we go. It's over. It's all over for me.
I saw that. I've used that before. That's pretty funny.
But I have a sneaky trick. You can use this browser instead.
Ooh. Why would you block the Glyphs website? That makes no sense.
Like a forum. It's because you got forum in the name. First Yeah, this is super strange. I've got no idea what's going on here. Show preview offset. Okay, so if I quit glyphs and then so I'm going to kill that Noodler plugin and start glyphs again.
Oh. Glyphs hates you.
So show preview offset, it's still ticked there. So if I create a new font, draw something, start turning all this stuff back on.
Yeah, weird. I just opened it on my computer, and it also is doing the outline thing.
Is?
Yeah. Weird. Show preview offset. Yeah,
And then,
preview offset was doing that. Is that usually what you do to show? Does it show the comparison between the bold and the thin? Is that what preview offset does? The bold in the current version, or the blackest? I'm unfamiliar.
are these components? No, they're not, are they? This is just all straight outline.
Right.
So, but what's this line here? Like, is there a bold? There is.
Oh, so it's different. Weird.
No, but this isn't the bold, is it?
Yeah, yeah. It's
No,
not.
this is the lighter.
It's bizarre.
And this preview is definitely not the weird outline. It's definitely the actual Bezier curves.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you see this outline on your computer, Andy?
No, that's if you do preview offset, it goes into that preview mode.
But what is it previewing?
Yeah, that's something. Let me see. What is preview offset?
And why does it work on that font but not this one? Because this is not got an offset.
This is not gonna probably just a round. I mean, filled up. If you fill it, if you have a like a stroke kind of thing, just make a stroke and see if it should offset.
Like this?
Yeah.
Oh, so you guys were using an outliner but not on a single, not on like a single path, but a double path, and then you would use an outliner to make it thicker. Is that something?
Is that right though? I don't think so, because look, the preview down here is not showing that. It's showing the Bezier. How do we turn this off? Not just a view turn it off, but actually turn it off.
Do just do this thing,
Filter?
preview offset, uncheck it.
No, but I mean, I don't want to just I don't want to just unshow the offset. I want to remove the offset.
You were saying, Andy, you used a filter?
No. I didn't use the filter. I mean,
Oh,
I mean, it was like a this thing. I mean, I didn't use a skeleton like the way you did. I mean, I'm saying there's an option to do that
Where is
Glyph.
that option?
In filter, I think. If
Yeah.
you draw a line in filter,
On offset curve.
yeah, in offset curve, then there you can do a stroke.
Oh, I wonder, did you have that selected because you were trying to figure out how to make the Latin thicker? Maybe that's why it was selected or something.
No, but this view is not. I mean, unless you put the view offset, it's not showing.
Right. So if we go to this new font, and I might go offset curve,
Yeah, and this is to make stroke.
and then 30/30.
Tick the mega. So yeah.
And how do I make it round on the end?
That you have to do another filter.
Oh, okay.
You have to select the points.
Yeah.
Yeah, select this 2 point, and in filter again, there's something called round corners. I mean, you increase the volume. I mean, value. Yeah.
Right, but now that's just a regular outline. So if I go view, show preview offset. Ah.
See?
Hmm.
But I don't know what's the purpose of this mode.
Well, it basically means that, so what Erin described the problem with, was that if you, like, because so now, this is our A, so then we can go, like, boom, boom.
Okay. Yeah, I get it.
And then, so that's our A, A, B, C, D, like this, oops, into B, pen tool, and then we can go like, B, C, D. And then, so these are being filled because they're closed, so I need to like that. Okay, so then if I name this Wicked. Add an instance, boom, boom, boom. And then export that on the desktop. No, let's make a folder on the desktop. So that's a bad font. There's nothing defined there.
But is that just because this is a preview and you didn't extrude the strokes? So it's come up with
So
blank?
if I now say offset curve. Oops, it's gone. Well, so Andy, so you at some point ran the offset curve operation.
Yeah, and while I was making in the basic forms,
Yeah.
yeah, I was using also like the offset curve to get, you know.
To draw like with more
To
insight.
make it rounded and stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So this is the original, and then let me just check if I actually have it cloned down here. Yeah. So in here, there's the UFO development UFOs Hubballi regular wire.
Yeah, that's the freaky one.
So we open that up.
Wow, but even... Oh, never mind. Go ahead and open those, because that's strange, because Okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I'm looking in RoboFont, it doesn't even show... Wow, look at all this funny stuff.
I don't know what this stuff is. So if I select all of that, copy that, and then go in here, and then how do I make a new layer?
Yeah, just
Copy. So I got my copy of the light layer down here, and then on this layer, delete all of that, and then put that in, and then the bold, put that in as well. So then these are now interpolatable. So that error's gone away. And then, so now I do need that noodler plugin, I think. Right. Or so if I offset curve on this.
and stroke it, yeah.
30 stroke. 25. Looks like 25 units.
Yeah.
That's pretty close.
Not auto stroke.
No.
Okay, offset, and then
Round the corners,
round
and you need to
corners.
select the points.
Oh, I see. Let's do it to all of them.
Cancel
Right.
that. You have to select the final corners. Yeah.
Okay. So
Oh, I don't think it's gonna work the same way, is it?
those two, and those two.
Yeah, the rounding method is slightly that's different than the. I don't think that's gonna work. Yeah, because RoboFont's rounding, as you can see, it's stroke.
Is more
outliner
simple.
tool. Yeah,
Right. But I think that's what we want the noodler plugin for. Noodler plugin.
Oh, that wasn't the noodler. That was something else.
Well, this is because this is from Glyphs version 1, so this is quite old now. So the outlining stuff is in Glyphs 2.
So you think that would be more efficient than me just making like a few different weights and them interpolating the outlined weights that I've made?
Well, are the outlines interpolatable? I mean, there's only because you only have one font, right?
Right. I'd have to make them interpolatable, but I mean, I think the shapes of the Latin are simple enough that it probably could be pretty easily. And I have, I can check it, but
yeah.
The only issue is, I don't know how quickly this needs to be made.
Well, yeah. I mean, it needs to be made relatively quickly. So yeah. I mean, as I say, I'm also kind of trying to think about like the sort of longer term maintenance. That it's a bit of a sort of
if their font isn't made this way, why does it matter if the Latin is in line? I don't understand.
No, indeed, it doesn't really matter. Indeed. Okay, so I'm gonna quick list and try and install the Noodler plugin, just to see if that will work. It's not there. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. So, okay, there we are. That's getting closer. There we go.
Ah, interesting. Okay. Oh, and it can fix those. Okay, so it doesn't have the extreme points right now on the or some of those ends, but whatever. Okay.
So. Hang on. So it did the remove overlap though. So if we Noodler, don't remove overlap. Oh, and then it's doing this weird thing up here. What is that?
Ew. Gross.
Yeah, it's weird.
Why you didn't want it to remove overlap? Oh, for interpolation. That's what you're saying.
Well, so all I'm trying to do is just recreate the output that you had. You know this is your original. These are the contours that we imported. But I mean, I'm not 100%. I mean, this is the file. This is the outline which is in Andy's file. So this is the original skeleton outline. So then if I make a copy of this, call this. This is Andy's original. And then if we open up so you have these development UFOs. So this would be.
So that's one step after that's my first extrusion, and those numbers are the values I used for the different kind of weight class whatever.
Yeah. Okay. And then this UFO is, excuse me, that's the kind of final one.
Yeah, that's the overlap removed, cleaned up kind of version.
Yeah. Okay. So then why is this filled in dark?
Huh? Because this isn't a skeleton anymore.
Yeah, but why is it filled in dark grey here in the middle?
Must be one of those
There's
views.
one I think one element, similar element is there. I think we can select and delete and see.
Like this?
Click on the gray area,
Oh.
dark gray area, and see if you can delete it.
Oh.
Whoa,
Oh,
weird.
there's another element down.
Oh, I see. It's okay. It's just showing an overlap of all the different A characters as a visual thing. Okay. Huh, weird. Glyphs is so funny.
Oh yeah. So your component glyphs are actually not made of components.
Actually, yeah, you know what? Because there was something, I don't remember how I did it. Because there was something weird happening with the outliner, like, couldn't handle components or something weird happened, I think. I don't even remember. It was so long ago that I did this that I can't remember.
Okay. Right. So this is the final A outline. So if we copy that and then go back to Hubballi and then make a copy of this and say this is Aaron's final.
I also had to move it up a couple points, I think.
Right. Yeah, 2 units. Other than that, oh, I see. Yeah, so this is then remove overlapped, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, and the correct extreme points.
okay, so then when we run the noodler and we do remove overlaps, why is this? Do you know why this point is red? Oh, because there's 2.
Oh. Weird. Oh, that one must not be completely on the 45-degree angle. So it made a second one.
I see. So this is not totally kosher, yeah, because it's not an actual extremer point.
Right.
Yeah.
But isn't that, like, when you go to export, and it runs remove overlap, does it add extremers as well?
I don't think so.
No, you can add more points there on the path.
Because when you export it, I think maybe you can... Okay, well, I mean, I think, yeah, I think the process that I think I recommend is that, you know, that you take, Aaron, that you take the Hubballi glyphs file, and you take your skeleton UFO, and then you use the noodler to do the different weights.
Okay.
Because then you can, you can open up a bunch of Bengali glyphs. You can put some, some Latin ones in there, and then you'll be able to go in here and so this was remade to be the same as the original. So if we take that skeleton now and put it here, and then why is that not previewing? Oh, and then if we run the
just the weight to match the Bengali.
and then,
The only thing we're waiting on now, though, would be John's recommendation of how big the Latin should be. Or, is it okay for me to just guess and hope that he has the same idea? Because it would be, even though this is an easy process, it'd be annoying to have to, I'd rather just wait till he tells us how big they should be.
And there is like a little bit of contrast in this Bengal, isn't there?
Like
So it's definitely going to be a bit of a value. It looks like 42, 43. Andy, what kind of thickness did you use overall? Do you know?
Yeah, the vertical stroke would be about, like, the light will be, I think, around 40. And 33, on the horizontal.
33 and 40. Aaron, that's sort of, I think, my recommendation, that if you do it in glyphs, it's going to be easier than trying to do it in RoboFont with the outliner, because the Noodler tool produces the same result.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Okay. All right. Right. Well, I think I may just have a rough go at just one weight with a Latin scale that I think makes sense, and then maybe I can send that email to you guys and John, and then before I do any, all the other weights, we'll just see if he has a few minutes to respond, and then we can go forward and do it as soon as we can. Cool. How long have you guys been working on that? Well, you have 2 Bengalis. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, we started, I think, August end or September.
Around September, I think.
Okay. That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's pretty fast for 2 Bengali typefaces.
The 2 designs started with modular, two original modular fonts.
Oh, okay.
But did you guys redo everything?
Yeah, everything was redrawn.
You can't. If you open and see the outline there, you cannot rely on that.
Yeah.
You have to read it,
But do you think it was helpful to have the modular font to work with?
At least, yeah. This one, the rounded one, I think there are certain ideas which you could pick up.
I think good and bad at both. They're both sides. You can't. I think good that you have a direction to go, right? In the sense that you have some kind of a path where you can follow. Preference, But in terms of exploration, there's limitation to that. Yeah.
What would you guys prefer? Like for if we did more projects like this, would you say that it was useful to do that to have the modular, or would you just prefer to start from scratch?
To look at the need of the market in the sense that what kind of things are there, or what kind of uses are more. Then if we do that background, check and then develop, it make more sense, Otherwise, we have so many typefaces, and you wouldn't know the purpose for it. It might have to. If you have a little background check, will be good, I guess.
Yeah.
And what kind of style you don't have, in the sense that which they need. If this approach, they might help, I guess.
Cool.
Like they have like lots of handwritten stuffs are all over the place, right? Like the flourishes, but you don't see any of the typefaces. Maybe because of the technical limitations also.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm interested to see how Vaishnavi's Akaya fonts. You know, she did these Telugu and Kannada fonts, which are in this very, informal handwriting style. That's totally like you just don't see that in typography, but you see it a lot in Karnataka because handwritten signs are everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Great. Okay, guys. Well, thanks so much. I think let's try and catch up early next week and see where things are at.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Great.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.